All right, so you're thinking about redoing your basement. You want to finish it yourself, you want to save a little bit of money and not hire a contractor. That's fine. Refinishing a basement, well, it's pretty easy. All you really need is a little bit of carpentry skills, upper and lower body strength, a little bit of design experience, time, money, energy, determination, and tools. Yeah, that's really about it. But don't worry, you can do this. You can probably do this. This has been your annual inspirational talk by TRC. Now, other than the framing, I think by far the hardest thing for me anyway is the drywall. It's heavy, you got to make sure you cut it right, then you got to mud it. It's just a very time consuming and pretty tough job. But this video, I'm going to show you a tool that is going to make that so much easier, so much faster for you. So now you don't have to worry about, going too far down, sinking your screws in too far, worrying about having to mud it too much. This is really going to save you a lot of time, a lot of effort down the long run. You just have to invest in the tool. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here is a drywall screw gun. Now there's a bunch of different brands. I actually got really lucky. I owned one before, it was a Ryobi, but I didn't really use it all that much because drywalling is not something I do all the time. So got rid of it, and I was walking through the Home Depot the other day and actually found this sitting by the counter with a big tag saying 50% off. So $139 drywall gun I got very, very cheap. You can also find these used on Craigslist, eBay, buy at your own risk, or maybe you know somebody that you can borrow one from, but it is really a must-have when doing drywall. Now I'm planning on redoing my entire basement, not just my YouTube office, my studio that I'm building, and I've talked to you about. If you're a subscriber, you would know that. So I am going to get a lot of use out of this. It's going to save me so much time, so much energy, and probably a little bit of money in the future. Now think about this. You might not want to spend $50, $60, or over $100 for one of these, but the money that you're saving by doing the job yourself really outweighs what you're going to pay for a tool that is going to save you a lot of time and probably some money renovating it yourself. Now again, you can go out and buy any brand. I'm going to show you the DEWALT real quick, and then I'm going to show you how this thing is used. But let's go over this real quick and I'll show you all the ins and outs of it. Alright, so as mentioned, this is the DEWALT 20V Max XR drywall gun. Yes, you can use it on sheetrock, basically the exact same thing. Got some really cool functions, which I'll show you here in a bit. Brand new bare tool, you're looking at around $139, but again, there are others out on the market such as Ryobi and others that are a little bit cheaper. Extremely light, a lot lighter than your drill at only 2.2 pounds. Has 4,400 rotations per minute, which makes this extremely quick. Now it's 100% brushless, which most of them are going to be anyway. Now up on top here you have two different functions. Let me show you. If I want to set my depth or my screw adjustment, all I got to do is turn this right up top like so. And let me show you what that does. You can see that this bit right up on top is coming out. This allows me to sink that screw even further into the wall if I want. Or if I want to bring it down, I just go the other way. There's also a lock and an unlock switch right here. You just turn that and pop this off. Now check this out. This is what's inside of that nozzle. If I want to take this out, I'm just going to push down on that little yellow piece. I'm going to pull this out. I'm sure when you buy the kit, you're probably going to get a bit from DeWalt, but this is all that is inside there. And I can just pop this out if I want, which is magnetic. And that little bit just goes right up in on top like so. So if you want to change your bit out, maybe you mess this one up, that's all you do. But again, it's magnetic and it's going to hold those screws on when you're drywalling. Alright, so let me pop this thing back in here like so. Very simple to do. And now we're ready to put the nozzle back on. So right here we have our basic drill. This is the Milwaukee. It's a beast of a drill. And yeah, you could use this if you really wanted to pinch pennies. Let me show you the difference though. We're going to use this first and then we're going to use the drywall gun. So right here we have our regular bit. We have our drywall screw and we're going to go into the stud. So a couple things happen here. One is you've seen that sheetrock pull out a little bit. That gives it a chance of cracking. You don't want that. Number two, it was just a little bit too slow. And three, I didn't really have that much control on how deep I sank that screw. If I sink that screw too far, I have a chance of busting out these sides where it splits out, and now when I go to butt this up against another piece of sheetrock, it's not going to line up. I might not go deep enough, and now I have to worry about when I mud it, it's going to be sticking out and you're going to see it in the paint. Or 3, I sink it way too damn far, and then I go to mud it and you're going to have dimples, so you're going to have to mud it and mud it and mud it and mud it. It's just not very precise. Did I mention it was slower than hell too? And this is where one of these drywall guns shine. I'm just going to take my screw here. You can see it's magnetic. Check this out. Look how fast that was compared to the drill. You can see it's a perfectly sank screw every single time. They will always be the same unless you adjust that depth yourself. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run 4 screws. Boom, 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 boom with the drill. After that, I'm going to run 4 with the drywall gun. I'm going to show you how much faster and how much more precise it is. All right, so you can see that I sank some of these way too deep, one of them not deep enough. Up here, that's not going to give me a very secure grip. Down here, not a very secure grip. So now I'm going to have to put another one in here so that holds a little bit better. And I got to sink this one in a little bit more, because what's going to happen is when I get to do my finish work and I got to paint this, this is going to be sticking out. Not good. But let me go and do it with the drywall gun now. All right, here we go. And there you go, every single one of them drilled in exactly the same, just below the surface. And now I can mud that, and I don't have to worry about having to put on too much mud, not enough mud, or it coming through when I do my finish work. And this thing really shines when you're working above head. Check this out. So there you go, a million times faster, a million times more precise. It's just so much easier to deal with one of these than it is a regular conventional drill. And remember, the better you do before you do the finish work, the easier the finish work will be. This has been your 2nd annual Inspirational Talk by TRZ. Now again, this is one of those tools that unless you do drywall a lot, or if you have a big job, is probably not worth buying. It's not going to be able to be used as a drill. It just doesn't have that power. It's really for a short burst, boom, and then put those screws in. Oh, and by the way, did I mention the ergonomics up on this bad boy? Yeah, check that out. But I definitely think if you're doing a bigger job, if you're planning on doing a basement remodel by yourself, or any room that has to do with drywall, look at one of these. If you're a professional, you probably already have one. But I want to know what you think. You know, if you are planning on doing a remodel, such as myself, let me know what you're doing. I always love hearing feedback and sort of what's going on with all of you. So, you know, let me know what your plans are, and if you plan on getting one of these, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments section below. We're also going to have one other must-have tool if you're planning on refinishing your basement by yourself. Look for that this week as well. Also, if you like this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you could smash that like button. And don't forget to get subscribed, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any other videos like this. And of course, if you like this, I'll put one here and one there for you to check out as well. Now with that, I truly appreciate you stopping by. We'll be back with more videos soon.